Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell and welcome to the Dice Tower. This is not one of our normal videos that we do or different shows. This is an announcement about Dice Tower East. I've been certainly getting a lot of emails and a lot of Facebook stuff about that, and we wanted to wait until we had all our ducks in a row, and honestly we had a lot of factors to look at when it came to talking about the convention. This is definitely a different year than we expected it to be. I went back and looked at my prediction video for 2020 about something else, and one of my predictions was cons would be bigger than ever in 2020. Well, as we can see, that prediction was far off as it could be. So I wanted to talk about Dice Tower East, and so I have, unfortunately, bad news and then hopefully good news. I'm going to try to answer questions if you have them here, but if you could wait until I go through everything that I have here, hopefully I'll answer a lot of your questions as we go through today. So, simply put, Dice Tower East 2020 has been canceled. At the end of the day, I want to be clear on number one. At the end of the day, a lot of people had input on this decision. A lot of people were involved. But at the end of the day, it was my call to make. I would like to say, at the end, people are like, oh, it was a struggle to make this decision. It wasn't really. It's the thing to do. It's the right thing to do. July, to have 1,000+ person convention, not only do I think it's not going to be allowed anyway at that point in time, but we cannot conceivably ask people to come. We already had our main publisher is from overseas. They probably wouldn't have been able to make it anyway. Publishers and people and different things weren't going to be able to come and make it. And I didn't want to put people in a position where they were saying, well, I feel like I should go and I don't really want to go. No, that's the end of it. Now, there's a lot of, obviously negative things for us. The Dice Tower is going to lose some money on this for sure. It was the first year that we were running it ourselves with Dice Tower East. We're very excited about a lot of plans, and this is going to be a tough pill to swallow all around. And I know that it's disappointing for a lot of you. We're planning to come, and I know you were excited about it, and we really appreciate that. And I also know that no matter what decision I made, some people were not going to be pleased with it. So at the end of the day, I just got to make what I feel is the best decision for us. Now, some people are asking, why it would not be just delayed till later in the year. And that was certainly an option that we looked at. And the main reason we didn't do that is because I don't know what's going to happen later on in this year. I don't want to schedule something and then have to reschedule it again. That already happened with some other cons, and that just didn't seem like that would work. Also, we don't want to push everything to the end of the year, and it's a summer convention, and we already have other cons. Speaking of other cons, I want to be clear that what I'm talking about today is Dice Tower East, Dice Tower Retreat, Dice Tower West, and Dice Tower Cruise are still all on. All systems are go for them. Things could change in the future, obviously, but at this point in time, this doesn't affect them at all. Now, if you are coming to Dice Tower East, if you had planned, if you bought a ticket or a package on our website, what does this mean for you? Well, first of all, I'd like to announce that we're running Dice Tower East in 2021. It's going to be run from June 30th to July 4th. That's the weekend that we're doing it. And if you were signed up to come to our con, if you don't do anything, your ticket and hotel will be rolled into next year. It's just an automatic thing. You don't have to do anything in that regard. Or there are other options. If, for example, you wanted to go on a cruise, there's an option for you to be able to take this money that was for this con and roll it into the cruise that comes at the beginning of 2021. And then finally, if you need the money and you just can't make those dates or something else comes up, you can definitely ask us for a refund. Now, on a personal level, I'll be straight up with you all. I would prefer if you don't pick the last option, not because we want to keep your money, but because we do need to keep some money. We're going to lose a bit of money on this no matter what. Things were put into play. Lots of things were paid for in 2020 that we can't get back. If we're able to use that capital and push to the next year, that will make next year better. I mean, there's no way to recoup all the money that's going to be lost, right, in any sense. But I would like to be able to push to 2021 and make it a really strong possible thing that we can do. I'm really excited about it. We had so many cool things that we were going to do this year at our con, and I still plan to do those. Sharon Madden, the con director, has been working really hard, and I'm really excited about everything that she's done. Jason Levine, behind the scenes, has been doing a ton working with Wet Travel. Wet Travel has been fantastic to work with in this regard, and the Florida Hotel, we've been working really hard with them to push this over. So we're going to have an FAQ up on our website about this exactly, but the bullet points are basically this. Dice Tower East, June 30th to July 4th will happen next year. Registration for that is not happening right now. That won't happen until July. But again, if you are coming this year, we can just roll it over to next year. We're also going to be sending out an email to people who are coming this week. We've already alerted our publishers, letting them know of this decision. Most of the publishers and the different people who are involved in the con will all be moving on to next year, and we're excited about that there. You don't have to pay to move anything over. Now, I said bad news, good news, so let me give you the good news here. The good news is that, well, we do listen to feedback, right? And so we got a lot of feedback about the location, and I love the Florida Hotel, and it was fantastic. But we were able to work out a deal, and I'm excited to say that in 2021, Dice Tower East is going to be moving back, well, not that we ever left, I guess, at this point, to the Caribe, the Royal Caribe. And so that's exciting. I mean, the one of the main reasons that we had left was because we were shrinking in size. I want to make it a smaller, more intimate con. And I want to be clear, it's going to stay that way. Next year, the number will be 1,600 people. But it will be at the Caribe Royale. And I know that a lot of people, like my family, love the amenities there, the swimming pool and all that stuff. And it's just a beautiful resort. The good news is, though, that even if we raise prices and if the hotel prices are different or the price for the con is different, if you sign up for this year and roll over, there's no extra fees, nothing there in that regard. It just rolls over and you're fine. And if you sign up for 4 days, you'll get 4 days there. If you sign up for extra days before and after, those will roll over too. Now, we are going to be able to deal with, each person will have different questions and stuff. So on the Facebook page and also online, you'll be able to email us questions. So if you have things that you really need to, like, I have a weird request or something, then go to the Facebook page and we'll have information there for who you need to contact to deal with your stuff. And you don't need to deal with it today, right? It's something that we can go throughout the week, and we'll be announcing more things for Dice Tower East 2021, but it is still a year away at this point, or more than a year away. Like I said, June 30th to July 4th, not July 40th. Okay. We're going to have more publishers there too. We have a little bit more, well, not a little bit. We have more space at the Caribe Royale, and that's pretty much it in regards to next year. We'll be talking more about it as time goes by. Realize that on the Dice Tower channel, we record a lot of videos ahead of time, and we have different websites and Facebook. So it's going to take a while for us to transfer everything over. You might see a video still advertising the con this year, but we're going to change that stuff as time goes by. Again, the best place for information about this is the Dice Tower East Facebook group page. About this, we give out information there, but we'll also be emailing you that information. So that's one positive thing. The second positive thing is that we're going to run Dice Tower Summer Spectacular. Now, I know that you cannot replicate what makes Dice Tower conventions so amazing, that playing together with other people. You just can't replicate that online as a one-to-one basis. But we're going to do something, spectacular that week. We're going to be recording, and we'll have stuff go up all week. Live stuff, game shows, top 10s with an S on the end of it, interviews, and prizes. Lots of prizes. If you're a publisher out there, you want to be involved and you want to give out prizes, but I will make prizes happen. The Dice Tower Awards will be announced that week. And there are other things, and we'll announce those as we get. We're still in the beginning plans for that, but I'm really excited about that. So that's one thing. There's also something else that we're planning that I cannot tell you, but I think that you will really enjoy it, and I will give more details of that hopefully within 2 weeks. Speaking of more details, this coming Friday night on our Dice Tower Daily Chat, Sharon Madden, she's not been on the Daily Chat yet, She will be joining me, and so that's a good time for you to ask any more questions if you want to, or you could just ask us, what side of the bread do we butter? But that will be at 9 p.m. this coming Friday, May 15th, which incidentally is my 21st anniversary. So I love you, Laura. Okay, well, that's pretty much it. I don't want to stretch this video out too long, but if you have any questions, not on a personal level, like if you're like, oh, what about this, and this, but if you have any questions, I'll take a few of them now. I want to say this, though. I'm not thrilled about this, right? I'm not super excited about this. This is not the way I wanted this summer to go. And, I struggle with making any kind of decision that's going to make some people unhappy. I mean, people aren't, we get it on the Dice Tower, no matter what I do, there's going to be people unhappy, right? But I feel bad because the people who come to Dice Tower conventions are my family, and I hate not seeing them this much longer. But I have to make the call here, and this is the call I made. So if you're upset about it, dump it on me. I wasn't thrilled about, everything that goes down. I'm not thrilled about the financial repercussions from this. But we'll get through it. We'll all get through it together, and I appreciate everybody, your support in this. I ask that, if you're opposed to the idea, I understand that if you don't like various things in it, like I said, we're not going to make people happy. But if you do like the idea, if you spread the positivity out there, tell people about it. Let's be excited. And the good news is the Dice Tower itself hasn't slowed down over the past few weeks. On our channel, and we don't plan to in the future. So we're hoping to see those. So let me answer a few questions here if anyone has any. So David asks, can we change our existing reservation to a villa? So this is something you might not know about. If you've not come to the Caribe Royale before, they have these amazing things, villas that are basically like an apartment. One of the cool things about the Caribe is it has a fridge in every room and a way to eat in every room. But the villas are even bigger and better beyond that. And yes, you are going to be able to change to a villa if you want to. And that will be taken care of on the FAQ. That will be posted on our Facebook page a little bit after this video has gone up. So let's see. Any other questions before I pull off here? Because, one thing I will say, if you see people disseminating incorrect information, this happens occasionally on the internet, just shoot it down or alert us and let us know so we can come in there, because we want to be as forthright as we can. So let me see. I'm excited about 2021. It's hard to be super excited about something that's a year and 2 months away, but I am excited about communicating with all of you. One of the benefits we have, I'm so glad this happened in 2020 and not 2000 itself, right? We wouldn't have had the capabilities to do what I'm doing right now, to be able to pull up and live stream. But we are able to do that here. Hello, Neil. Welcome as a new member. We appreciate it. Alrighty, I'm just going to wait another minute or two for questions. And, well, that's a question. What can you do to help? Well, easy enough. Just spread the word. Tell people, post out that information, but hopefully do so in a positive way. Again, you might disagree with some of the decisions, and I know there's going to be a lot of disappointment out there. And I'm with you. There's nothing wrong with emphasizing I wanted to get together to play games. I did. I really look forward to that. But, we'll make things work. How long do we have to make a decision? Well, again, like I said, you don't have to make a decision right now. Everything is rolled over. We'll post a definitive date, like you need to decide by this time on what your decision needs to be made, but it is not something you need to do right now. You'll definitely get an email that says this is a date by which you need to make your decision, and we'll give you plenty of times because we're not going to rush you. We didn't rush to make this decision. There's no way I'm going to make you all rush to make your decision. Let's see. Again, I know some people are asking about the retreat. But at the end of the day, the retreat is still on. That's in September. It's also a much smaller con, so we're certainly hoping to pull that off. We are certainly looking into alternatives and things with that, but right now it's on fully. I won't know more about that until next week, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after. So, People are talking about playing games online. Again, I'd like you to stay tuned. We'll have more information about that in the future. We'll be announcing more stuff. Check out our Facebook page. As soon as this video is over, we'll start posting stuff there, and Jason and Sharon will answer your questions there. Oh, this is a good question. Mary just asked before we just looked at the map of Kariba. First time to come. What area will the convention be held? And where are the regular rooms in relation to that? The good news is we're getting the front area. It's hard to explain without showing a map of the Caribe, but we have the front area. If you've come to Dice Tower Con in the past, it's where Dice Tower Con was held the first couple of years we were at the Caribe. It's not the whole convention center. In fact, they're making the convention center huge. And we may move around in the convention center in future years, but for 2021, we're in that front area, which is the closest to the regular rooms. In fact, if you are in a regular room, you can just walk out of, depending what building you're in, some buildings are closer than others, but you can walk almost completely, even if it's raining, to these areas. And the villas are just around the corner from it. So it's really easy to get to from the regular rooms. If we didn't buy hotel rooms and would like to get them now, will we get the discount on the tickets? That is a question to email. You can email Sharon at dicetower.com or Jason at dicetower.com and ask those questions specifically to them. They're handling the different logistics involved with that. But most likely, well, Jason just answered it here. We've closed reservations right now, and we'll open the new ones in July. We definitely want to give a shout out to the people who did it first. We really appreciate all of you. And so we're going to give you as much benefits as we can in that regard. And like I said, maybe a surprise around the corner. That's pretty much it. Folks, I really appreciate it. Take all your questions here to Facebook. Spread the good word. Be positive to other people. Uplift yourselves, your neighbors, your family. Be positive on the net. It's a tough time for everybody. These are tough decisions to make, but we can still maintain enthusiasm and happiness. We can still play games with one another, even if it's only online for now. And I really look forward to seeing each and every one of you at Dice Tower East in 2021. Thank you. God bless. I'll see y'all.